For once in my amazing New York existence here in my YouTube video and all this, I don't have a rant video. Well, I have tons of rant videos. This isn't one of them. I'm going to give you a little bit of info about what happened to me the last 3-4 days. Well, it started on Saturday. And it's all good stuff, amazingly. And you know why it's good stuff? Because I wasn't in New York for the last couple days. Isn't that weird? I move out of New York, great stuff happens. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. I'm going to tell you about my little vacation I took for these last 3 days. Well, it started Saturday, so since the weekend. Okay, I had a great time. Let me tell you what happened. As you know, I turned 21 in December. You'll probably have seen my video. And my birthday present from my parents was going to be to go to Connecticut to the Naval Sub Base. Like I said, my dad was in the Navy, so we can still get on the base because when you're in the Navy for 20 years, you can keep all of your benefits for life. So we can still get on the nuclear submarine base there and see it and go to the exchange they have there and the package store, which is the fancy name for the liquor store on the base, and go to the commissary, which is the fancy name for the supermarket. Now, obviously, when we're going there just for that, we were also going to the Mohegan Sun Casino and the Foxwoods Casino because those were 21 things. So my parents waited for me to turn 21, then we were going to go as a big family outing, and we went and I had a great time. So let me tell you a little bit about that trip. First of all, why am I telling you this video? Just because I want to have a good story time? Well, that, because, you know, it was pretty fun, but also because it's going to be describing some really great things that are going to be happening to this channel. I got a lot of things to do, and you'll see why as we get into there. First of all, make note. I'm 2 days away from being 1 year away from when I started my pistol permit process. That's very important. That'll come into play in this video. So let's start with Saturday. Saturday morning is the day we left to go to Connecticut. It's actually New London. Yeah, New London and Groton, Connecticut area where they have the New London Naval Submarine Base. So we get up Saturday, and before, my parents did the exact same rituals, because they used to go by themselves before I could go because I wasn't 21, and they used to go to the casinos, and now, like I said, my present was they were going to take me. And we were going to do all the same rituals that they did and, you know, indoctrinate me into their big adult world out there. So we get up and we do what they normally did before they left New York, and we go to McDonald's. And like I said, if you see any racial undertones in this video, it's just you, because like I said, I will be as racist as I want, and it's not really racism, it's just how we speak here on my channel, because I don't give two shits about censorship. So we go into McDonald's, and you'll remember this is the same McDonald's from, wait a minute, get the motherfucking manager, that McDonald's. And we go in there, and we order our breakfast. I usually get the big breakfast, because I'm not a big breakfast eater. I don't really like breakfast, but when we go on these trips, I typically get the big breakfast, which is 3 pancakes and a sausage and like a biscuit or some shit from McDonald's. And we get it, and we sit down, and a fat black lady is in there being annoying again. It's like Springer in there. It really is. And you gotta realize something about my dad. He is a funny motherfucker, right? He is a funny motherfucker. I don't know if all the years, the 23 years he was in the Navy did this to him, but he doesn't have a filter at all. He says whatever the fuck he wants, and it's sometimes really embarrassing being with him because he says whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't care who hears it. So this black lady's in there going off about what the hell ever. I don't know what the hell it was this time. I've actually forgotten what she was going off about. And so my dad says, we're all sitting at the table, and my dad spouts off. It's almost like he has Tourette's, because like I said, he does not care what he says, and if you ask some of my friends out there in real life, they'll know that this is true. But he spouts off, he says, look at this Aunt Jemima-looking motherfucker up there going off, and I'm like, oh, I mean, it's fucking hilarious, in my view, that's fucking hilarious, but it's like, oh my god, luckily she didn't hear it, because that's fucking embarrassing. I mean, not that I care, I mean, it's a free country, say whatever the hell you want. But that's a little embarrassing. So at that point, I knew this was going to be a good trip. Well, good for 2 reasons. Because that happened, and I was going to be getting out of New York. So we eat breakfast, and then we get on the road. Okay, the next significant thing that happened was we stopped at a service station on the New York State Thruway. They have various service stations where you can pull off every once in a while. And there'll be like a restaurant there, and there'll be a gas station, and various different things, because, you know, it's a toll road. You can't really get off unless you get at the exit, and you got to pay the toll, get back on. So they have these things there so you can get off uninterrupted, pretty much. And we go there, and I'm looking at all these Zippos, but I didn't buy any yet. The whole thing was going to be, I was going to be buying Zippos based on how much I won at the casinos. the two casinos, Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods. So we stop there and we look at them, and there's some nice lighters there. And like I said, it's always nice to go around and see different Zippo displays, even if you think you know all the Zippos, because I've seen Zippos there that I've never seen before, because Zippo's always adding Zippos to its production line. There's, billions of Zippos. So, pretty uneventful, and then we finally we cross from the New York border into Massachusetts, also known as the state that Mitt Romney fucked up. Yay, elections. Let's talk about that for a second. We're going from Obama, who got a grade, if we're talking about Second Amendment issues, there was a ranking done of the candidates. We're going from Obama, who got an F on Second Amendment issues, all the way up to Romney, who got a whopping D-. So, boy, we got somebody who doesn't support the Second Amendment versus somebody who really doesn't support the Second Amendment coming for our presidential election. I can't fucking wait. I hope you can. Anyway, so we're in Massachusetts now, the state that Mitt Romney fucked up. And we're driving through there, pretty uneventful, on the Mass Pike, and finally we make it into Connecticut. So we get to our hotel room. We get there actually a little bit early. I guess check-in was until some really ridiculous late time, like 3 o'clock. And we get in there, and we couldn't check in yet because it wasn't 3. So we decide that we're going to go to the Navy base. And apparently my parents' ritual was to, like I said before, I used to go. They would go to the Navy base, and they would go to, there used to be this Chili's that they would go to, which surprisingly is the first Chili's I've ever been to. So we did just that. We left. We went to the Navy base, which... They have these big security barriers there, because, it's an active nuclear submarine base in Groton, Connecticut, New London, Connecticut, the New London Naval Submarine Base, and you get on there, you go, and the guys stop you, and he takes a look at my dad's ID, and he says, "Thank you, Chief, let you through." And we go in there, and we go to the liquor store, first of all, and this is like the biggest liquor store I've ever seen. Well, it might not be the biggest, but it's the most densely packed liquor store I've ever seen in my life. So I'm like, this is awesome in here. I bought a bottle of Grey Goose. That's my drink. I actually bought a bottle of Grey Goose L'Orange because I've had the pear version. I bought the orange version there. And they also had some different flavors of Malibu, which I like. And, I also bought a seasonal pack of Mike's Strawberry Hard Lemonade, which pretty good shit. And more Zippos there. So it's like, I'm finding these Zippos all over the place. But again, I didn't buy anything, because again, it's going to be however much I win at the casino, that's when I'm going to buy a Zippo. So we leave the liquor store, and then we go to the exchange on the base. And the exchange is basically like a department store, where you got the commissary, which is your supermarket. The exchange is pretty much a department store. So we go into the exchange, and I see another rack of fucking Zippos. It's like, holy shit, okay, I give in. So I bought a Zippo. Here's one. Okay, I'm not going to show you it because it's going to be for the Zippo collection update. So there's one. So I finally bought it. It's like, Jesus Christ, I bought it. Well, actually, because I am over 21 now, I don't have my ID card. So somebody who has a active ID card has to buy it for me. So I gave it to the money to my mom, and she bought me my Zippo while I waited in the back. But I felt like I was an underage kid trying to buy alcohol, and it was weird. But, people do that all the time. So I finally bought my first Zippo. There. And then after that, we went to Chili's, which is like a Ruby Tuesday 99 restaurant, one of those things, if you've never heard of it. And we go in there, and like I said, I'm not a big beer drinker. And we go in there and get, I actually got a margarita. I actually got a vacation in a glass, because the cute waitress said you should get a vacation in a glass. Well, okay, I'm not going to argue with that. All right, sounds good to me. And I got it. It was very good. It was 1800 tequila, and there was like some coconut and pineapple juice in there. Very, very good shit. I actually had 2 of those because we're getting ready to go to the casino. So you got to get ready, of course, because there's free drinks at the casino. And, my parents had some buds and shit, and we had a good time there. Signed up for a club there where all you got to do is take a picture of a QR code. They had a little QR code on this little cardboard thing. You took a picture of it, and you get a free thing of salsa chips and queso dip. Isn't this interesting? Isn't this the most interesting story you've ever heard? Anyway, don't worry, we're getting to somewhere. It's just a long lead up, but we're getting to somewhere. We haven't hit the casinos yet, all right? Wink, wink. We're getting to somewhere. As you can tell, I'm trying to get it out. So, all right, we're done. Now we go back to the room, check in, put all the shit in the room. It's a really nice place. It's called the Navy Lodge, which is in military housing. It was a really nice place out there in Groton, Connecticut. And it's a beautiful hotel, a lot of amenities there. Well, not a lot of amenities, but it was a really nice place inside Navy housing. No problem. You know, it's not like you're in the slums or anything like that. I assure you, you're not going to have any problems there. It was actually ran by some Navy people. I don't know what they were. I think it was like a captain or something like that who oversaw it or something. I have no idea. But, so, we're at the room. Now it is casino time. We leave the room. Casino time. So we go to the Mohegan Sun on the first day. And we go into the Mohegan Sun. I get my little card there. They have a rewards card. All casinos have fucking cards. Why do so many places have fucking cards nowadays? You want to go to the supermarket, you get a card. You want to go to a DVD store, video game store like that, you gotta have the rewards card. You want to go, everywhere, you get a freaking card, including casino. So I get my card. And for whatever reason, all the friggin' Indian reservation casinos, the Mohegan Sun and the Foxwoods and shit over there are 21 as opposed to here in New York where they're 18, which is weird because we all know that New York sucks, so why would they be higher? I don't know. So we go in there, and we go to the bar. And it's free drinks if you're playing. We go to free drinks if you're playing. The drinks they give you for free are the actual drinks that you would get if you didn't get them for free. That's important. And basically at the bar, they have these video poker machines. Video poker machines at the bar, and you put your money in and you bet max, which is 5 quarters. Well, it's not max, but we just bet 5 quarters. You can bet up to like $20 or some shit like that. Bet max, and we played for a while. I think I was on the $20, or I might have been on my second 20 or something like that. Hitting little things every now and then. It was a multi-game machine where, video poker, you could play Keno, you could play slots and shit like that. And I was drinking vodka and cranberries, and they were pretty good, but pretty watered down. They wouldn't comp you Grey Goose, they would only comp you Absolute, but oh well. So I got not only Absolute, the second one I got was Absolute Peach. Absolute Peach was actually pretty damn good. Not Grey Goose, but it was pretty good. So we're playing, and now we're getting to the meat of the story right about now, because we're playing, and then all of a sudden, we hit a royal flush. And that's $1,000, okay? That's $1,000, okay? So like I said, we leave New York, come over to Connecticut, and all of a sudden we're starting to have a good time. $1,000 there, and we're having all the people crowd around. We have this freaking guy comes up next to me. He's like, "Oh man, I've been playing all day, except I play $20 at a spin. I don't play $1.25 a spin. I play $20 at a spin, and I've been moving around all the slots, and I got a royal flush earlier. It's really weird to see royal flushes that often. Blah, blah, blah." Let's go away. Bye. Go away. But yeah, everybody's all interested in what you're doing when you win $1,000. So we cashed out, took that $1,000, and before we left the table, after we had cashed out for the $1,000, I saw something hilarious. Now these free drinks that they give you, they're little, not even close to Dixie cup size. They're about, well, maybe the size of a Zippo Blue. Okay. Maybe about this, maybe this plus one more lid bigger is how much they give. Maybe they hold 4 ounces, maybe 5 ounces. And but they're free drinks, so I get vodka and cranberry, and my daddy drinks rum and Coke. I think my mom at the time was just drinking water. But, we're getting all these free drinks because we're playing, and you can get like 1 drink every so much money you play, or every like 10 minutes or so. And you get free drinks. I had 2 vodka and cranberries, and these people come up. And they say, "Hey, can we get 2 rum and Cokes?" And they're just watered down small drinks like I just mentioned. 2 rum and Cokes. And the bartender gives it to them, and then they start walking away. And he's like, "Whoa, hey! Whoa! That'll be $12.50. Fucking $12.50. We're getting them for free, but the only reason you get them for free is if you're actually playing the video poker machine." So these people just paid $6.25 a piece for 4 ounces of watered down rum and Coke, because those silly idiots thought that it was free all around the casino. But no, I guess it's only free if you're actually playing the machine. I'm like, this bartender is a complete fucking asshole. But he did it. He did it. So yeah, okay, so we take our $1,000. I think we play in the casino for like a few more minutes. I actually didn't play any table games there because I couldn't find freaking Let It Ride. And it's a huge casino. It's a huge freaking casino. So they probably had it. I mean, it's like a casino that has a mall inside of it. It's ridiculous. They have like 14 waterfalls inside of the thing. And so we walked through the mall part of it, and there was one of the DVD shops, like FYE, if you're familiar with that chain, where, you know, you get your DVDs. You've probably seen them a million times. You get DVDs, and you can get your video games there, and that's usually run by a bunch of fat skater punk kids and shit like that. And well, I walked in there, and I walked in there because I saw glaring at me from the back wall the Steve Jobs biography. You know, I have it. I don't know where it is right now. But so I walked in there to see what they had, and another Zippo display case. I'm like, oh my god, these people had to set this up. And because we just popped $1,000, I bought another Zippo. What could it be? I bought another Zippo that actually had to do with casinos, because I was in a casino and just had won $1,000. So all right, we're up to 2 Zippos so far, $1,000, having a great time, and we decide to leave the casino and call it a night, and then we go back to the hotel room, have some drinks, and order out. And that's pretty much the first day. So the second day rolls around. We don't want to get started early, so we go up to the front desk, and they have these DVDs that you can rent. These DVDs you can rent for $1. Like real old school shit. Like if you go to a modern chain like Hilton or something like that, they want you to pay for the DVD, like to pay for the on-screen guide movies, or like $5 for a movie or some shit like that. But here they actually had rent one DVD. Like you go up and get the DVD for $1, and you can keep it till the next day. So we rented a DVD and waited there for a couple hours. And when the DVD, when we were done watching it, we decided to go to the base again before, you know, just to waste time. So it got to night before we went to Foxwoods. Something hilarious happened at the base the second time. It was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. So we get on the base, and we go to like the exchange again to look for some more things. Then we're leaving. This is where the funny shit happened. We're not really familiar with the area from where we're from New York, so we didn't, you know all the traffic laws and shit for on the base. But we learned them, I guess, pretty quickly, because we're leaving, and my dad had to make a left turn. He was driving the car. I was in the front seat next to him. My mom was in the back. So he had to make a left turn, and there was no stop sign for us, but there was a line of cars going the other direction. It's like it was a T intersection. We had to make a left turn onto the top of the T, and that line of cars didn't have a stop sign, nor did we. So we're like, this is a little weird. So we stopped there waiting for the line of cars to, stop or have a break or whatever. And in the back, we hear beep, 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 beep. And my dad's like, what the fuck is that beeping? And I'm like, I think this guy behind you is beeping. And he's like, no, it can't be. What the fuck? You're just waiting here. If there was something we missed, maybe give a little, tap on the horn, beep, beep. But this is just unbelievable. He can't be beeping at us. So we turn around the corner. It apparently was, because this pickup truck pulls up beside us, and it's a black guy inside of it, and he yells out like a big obnoxious moron, "Yo, man, why the hell you so stupid?" And my dad just fucking flips out, and it's like you heard the Jerry Springer ding ding, 2 road raging going at it. My dad's like, what the fuck is your problem? If there's something we didn't know about the laws, you could just give us a little tap on the horn. And the guy's like, why are you being so fucking stupid? And then just about as the guy's about to take off, my dad says, why the fuck don't you read my asshole, you son of a bitch? This is fucking hilarious. I'm just taking all this in because this is fucking hilarious to see my dad go off like this. Like I said, he doesn't have a filter. He just fucking goes off. But it was just that stupid asses behind us fault, just going off like an asshole. So we didn't know that you were supposed to turn left there before these people went straight. It's like, give us a tap on the horn. Don't beep like you're a fucking maniac. But that was hilarious. So eat my asshole. I'm like, this trip just keeps getting better. I won $1,000 and I heard my dad yell, eat my asshole. That is fucking hilarious. So we go back to the hotel room, and we wait a few more hours, and then we finally leave to Foxwoods, which used to be the biggest casino in the U.S. They've added a few more now. Now, we get into Foxwoods. We've already won the $1,000 the Mohegan Sun. And this time I played some table games there. I played the Big Six Wheel. I think that might have been the only table game I played there, because they had let it ride, but it was a $10 minimum. I'm like, no. So we go in there and play some table games, and then we moved to video poker again because it did well for us the night before. But, no chance that's going to happen again, right? Not quite. So on this video poker, did not get a royal flush, but we got 4 aces, which is another $200. And then I got 4 sixes, which is another $90 or $80 or something like that. So now we're up to almost $300 just in this casino, plus the $1,000 that we won yesterday. We're going to go home very rich people. Okay, now, let me see something here. Okay, the day we went to the Foxwoods, I forgot this part of the story because I'm getting into it. Before we went to Foxwoods, by the way, that's all that happened at Foxwoods. We won about $300 there. Oh, no, wait, it's not. I'll tell you this, though. Before we started gambling at Foxwoods, we went to the Hard Rock Cafe there, which is, if you've never been, I'm sure a lot of people have been, but it's a bar, but it has a lot of actual rock star memorabilia there, like stuff that they wore, like they've actually worn. Like, in fact, this one had the shirt and pants that Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon wore, and it had some stuff from Elton John, it had some stuff from Greg Allman, it had some stuff from Madonna, just all along the wall. It's really cool to see. He's had some stuff from Isaac Hayes, also known as Chef from South Park. His robe was there. That was pretty cool for South Park fans. Some stuff from Styx. I think it had Tommy Shaw's guitar. Really cool to see. And I had Shock Top beer there, which I'd never had before. And I had one margarita there, which I only had one because it was a fucking $12 margarita. So to make a $12 margarita, everyone, you get some ingredients, you put them in a glass, and you take it to the Hard Rock, and that's what makes it a $12 margarita. But what was interesting was I had the Shock Top there, and as I got the Shock Top, because there's no way I was ordering another $12 margarita, this gentleman, who had clearly had a few too many to drink, walks into the casino, or walks into the Hard Rock, and he sits, I'm sitting at the corner, he sits on the other side of the corner, and he goes off, I was in the Marines, happy Easter, I was in the Marines, let me tell you something about the Marines, I'm gonna tell you something about Easter, I got your fucking happy Easter right here, man. I buried 8 Marines this last weekend. I buried 8 Marines. Hoorah! 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 Let me tell you something. I flew here on my private jet to bury 8 Marines, and I'm friends with Rick Springfield. Funny note, Rick Springfield, you know, Jesse's Girl, and I've done everything for you. You've done nothing for me, I've done. That Rick Springfield. I'm friends with Rick Springfield. So, you know, he must have been having a good time. Couldn't understand a fucking word he was saying. But, you know, he was just drunk out of his fucking mind. And he decided, so, yeah, you can't make this shit up. So he was there. But anyway, that's what happened at the Foxwoods. We went to Hard Rock, won the $300. But before that, we went to the submarine museum, the Nautilus, which is a decommissioned U.S. nuclear submarine that you can walk through. This you don't have to be a member of the armed forces for. Like, to get on the base, you do. Like my dad in the retired Navy. But the Nautilus, you don't have to. And the Nautilus, in their gift shop, had a Zippo that you can only get at the Nautilus Museum. One of their customs. So I had to get that. So here that is. We'll take a look at that later. Not this video. And go in the Nautilus. You can go in and it's this decommissioned submarine and you get to see inside of a real submarine how cramped the quarters are and, you know, how people spend 3 months down there. And it's a really cool fucking place. It's a free tour. And you get to see how people slept. Like there's a room maybe 6 feet high. Let's just say 8 feet high. Definitely not taller than your ceilings at home. And they'll have bunk beds. 4 high. Yeah, 4 high. So you have 2 feet for every person asleep. If you're a fat ass, you're not going to be breathing very well that night. And you got to see the chief's office, or the chief's sleeping quarters, which was where my dad was sleeping. He was a chief petty officer. And those weren't much better, a little bit better, but when you get to the XO and the CO, they had very nice accommodations. Well, very nice. I mean, it was much, probably no bigger than a walk-in closet, but it still was just to themselves. So that was pretty interesting. You got to see the galley, and you got to see the dining areas and the medical bay. Really cool shit. If you ever go there, just don't be a large person to go in there. Do not be a large person in there. If you were bigger than me, I'm a big dude, but if you were any bigger than me, you'd probably get wedged in and have to use Crisco to get you out. And you have to be able to crawl through these bulkheads that are only about this big right here. I don't know, it's going to be kind of hard to get it in the camera frame. but you got to be able to crawl through there. But it's a really cool thing to see, and it has all the. It's a whole museum outside of the sub. Then you go on the sub, the whole museum, and you can see all the subs. And I saw Zippo lighters that were from that they used to issue with the submarines. Because like I said, every Navy ship has their Zippo lighter, their own Zippo lighter. I would imagine every submarine does as well. And I looked at the list of all the subs that have ever existed there, and one I saw was the USS Dallas, and I thought that was interesting because that is mentioned in one of Tom Clancy's books that I was just reading. So pretty interesting, really cool place. But the whole point of that was I got another Zippo there, and we went to Foxwoods that day. So okay, that's pretty much the second day done, and then we have the third day. What happened on the third day? We came back, and when we came back, we got in a hellacious traffic jam on the Mass Turnpike. We were at a standstill for like an hour, just standing still. And this is where, again, you can't make this shit up. Another thing very interesting happened. We're at the standstill, and then somebody in a Prius about 2 cars ahead of us, a Mexican person in a Prius, decides, I guess they've been waiting too long, unlike everybody else, and they turn their car onto the center median, drive all the way across the center median. It had to be, 50 yards across, all the way across the center median, and start driving down the other side of the road. A little impatient much? But anyway, so we finally make it home. I stop at one more rest area on the way home, and because we won so much money, I pick up this. Oh, by the way, that night of Foxwoods, I also got a scratch-off lottery ticket, won $100 there, so we ended up winning just about $1,400, and that's what we won there. Okay, now the meat and potatoes of that. So we ended up, for our channel, people paying attention, we ended up with 4 Zippos. And obviously I won a lot of money. And we split it up because, we had trip costs to pay for, and we're splitting it up between my parents and me and shit like that. So we split up this $1,400. So we get back, and because I can't save my money at all, and there's no hope of getting the fucking pistol permit anytime soon. Well, actually, that's stupid. I'm not going to say that because everybody around me is actually getting it. It's like we're playing a fucking game of Battleship, and people around me are getting it. My friend has not gotten it yet, but people I'm talking to on New York Firearms have got it, and they were in the December class, and I was in the November class. And, that's... I'm going to say this very cautiously. I think it might be coming pretty soon. I haven't struck down by lightning or anything like that, but give it time, give it time. I don't know. You never know about these things, but again, in 2 days it'll be a year. It won't really be a year in 2 days, but it would be a year in about a couple weeks after that. So it'll be 11 months and 2 weeks, or 11 months and 3 weeks. The reason I'm calling it a year is because in November I started doing all these updates on the 14th, and in April of last year I started. So, okay, I'm going to say it's a year. If you got a problem with that, then 11 months and 2 weeks or 11 months and 3 weeks, okay? It's ridiculous. That's what we're getting to here. But because I knew I wasn't going to get my pistol permit soon, which hopefully that's not true, I decided that I was going to take my winnings and blow it. So I did. And to finish up the last 2 days here, or the last 3 days vacation things, the grand finale of this video, what we've all been waiting for, is the Royal Flush at the Mohegan Sun bought me this. And what this is a Mossberg 590 American Cruiser. You can tell it's an American Cruiser because there's an American flag on it, and it says Mossberg right there. Yes, I've wanted one of these pistol grip-only shotguns for a while now. And surprisingly, with this big door breacher on here, considering New York has an assault weapons ban, which is known as the scary-looking weapons ban, apparently this isn't scary enough to be banned in New York. That's fucking incredible. But yeah, so that was my last 3 days. So what does that mean we have looking forward to? Okay, put it this way. I had another video all set to go before we left on this trip. I just haven't made it yet, but like I said, if you read my little update there that I wrote, little announcement for the channel, I will be making that. It is a Zippo-related video. Then I'm going to have videos on this. I've already shot them. I've already been to the range with it, and this thing is a fucking hand killer when you're shooting slugs through it, and I love it. But luckily, I haven't done this thing where you hold it up like this shit and blow my eye out, because I can actually hold it up like this and aim it pretty damn well and not hit my eye because I'm not a complete moron. But I'm going to have videos on this. I'm going to do an overview of it, and I got shooting videos, both me and my friend shooting it with its amazing 9-shot capacity. That's what makes it a 590. I have another Zippo video coming up. I've got another Zippo video coming up, and I've got this whole update with these 4 coming up. And like I said, if I'm getting the little tingles on the back of my neck, I get my pistol permit sometime between now and the actual apocalypse. Maybe I'll have some videos on that. What am I talking about? If I get my pistol permit, we're going to have a lot of videos. First of all, we're going to have the celebration video of getting it. Don't worry, I have something pretty interesting planned for this celebration video. Because, you know, if you've been waiting for something for a year, it's probably going to be pretty happy when it comes. So, I mean, there's going to be champagne, there's going to be shooting, it's going to be, I've got it all planned out. But that's got to wait for the permit to come, which, question mark on that still. Anyway, I know it's been a half hour and I haven't shut the fuck up yet, right? But that's what's happened in the last couple days. Little channel update. I'm very excited about it. I hope you are as well. Thanks for sticking with it this long, and for everybody that didn't, you're not going to hear this anyway. I'm out.